We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Discovery, roger, go at throttle up.
Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Hello! I'm Adam Tilted here, and I want to follow up on... Let me put my logos up there. There we go. Yesterday, we watched the launch of the Progress 70 spacecraft on a mission to resupply the space station. And it arrived at the space station yesterday. And I want to show you some of the footage of that. This is particularly... Jake's barking at the mailman. Thank you, Jake. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining. So this resupply mission is particularly interesting for a couple of reasons. One is that this is testing a new express lane to the ISS. It normally takes about 3 days, but this took 3.5 hours. So that's exciting. If we can shorten that time, that will be great for the crew and our ability to supply them. The other thing that is interesting is that right now, well, this probably already happened, but that when Progress docked, a Cygnus spacecraft was also docked because they're testing to see if they can use that spacecraft to lift the space station's orbit. So that's interesting. All right, now, where's my movie? Here we go. Okay, now the nice thing is, I'm just going to zoom ahead to the pertinent points. Okay, there's the Mission Control Center in Houston. This is the Mission Control Center in Russia. That is the Progress, that's the outside of the Progress spaceship. This was the launch that we saw. Okay, so now you can see
LEDs are on.
The space station, in the distance, and you can see the crosshairs to help align it properly to dock. This is an unmanned spacecraft, and it is on autopilot. So that is pretty cool. Now I want to show you also where it's going. I can show you the ISS. Get ready to zoom in. Here we go. Whoop. Whoop. And there we are. Okay. This is the ISS, zooming above the Earth. And let me see if I can just switch back. Can I have those both on the screen at the same time, I wonder? Okay, anyway. I should have thought of that before, but okay, over here, oh, it started over again. Boo. Okay, so you can see this part of the space station here.
We're all good.
I'm going to show you where that is on the space station. Okay. Now, the Progress had to launch up into space and catch up with the space station in orbit because it is going to it is going to dock at this first docking station here, where you see one attached, right here on the very right of the screen. And hey, Franco, thanks for stopping by. We're checking we're watching the Progress dock with the space station. Okay, so I wish you could see my pointer here, but you can't. This, gosh, I don't know how to show you that. All right, so you'll see when we get closer, but right around here is where we're going to end up going. And when it docks, it's going to look something like, the space station will look something like this, okay? And the one at the top is the Cygnus, and the one at the bottom is the is where Progress is going to go. So let's switch back to the movie and zip ahead. Okay, so okay, so you can hopefully remember that shape. I'll have to try to figure out a way to get those both on the screen at the same time. But I think I can get my pointer to work though. Here, hold on. No. All right, beautiful picture. That's the from the space station. Obviously, looking back at the Progress.
In the process of putting the brakes on for its.
At this point, Progress is slowing down.
Some 200 meters away.
It's about 200 meters away from the space station, and it's been, you know, hauling butt trying to catch up, and now it's slowing down because it needs to be at the same speed as the space station. That's called station keeping, and in order for them to dock successfully, they'll need to do that. Okay. All right, so now you can see, I agree, Kathy, I think it's exciting too. All right, so you can see where we're going to go. If you look at the top of the screen, there are those horizontally extended solar panels. There's a round port just below them. That's where Progress is going. Okay.
Final approach.
Look at that.
And final approach on Progress are set.
This video is courtesy of NASA. Thank you, NASA.
Depots are firing. Disable.
And a breathtaking view of the Progress almost against the limb of the Earth as it flies 260 miles over the Philippines.
7 meters on the left.
Final approach initiated. Everything in good shape so far.
And you are getting the video image from Waco.
168 meters separating Progress and the
168 meters separating Progress from the ISS. Look at that. I'll speed it up a little bit. Oh, this is with the one of the new high definition cameras that they put on the space station. Look at the clarity of that image. That is just amazing. Okay, I see that, Franco. I'm just not even gonna go there. Not today. All right, we'll speed this up again. You can see right here.
5 meters per second.
Docking interface, and that matches the course data. Copy.
Wait, I'm gonna back it up just a bit.
A fabulous view of the unpiloted resupply craft, which launched just 3.5 hours ago from the Baikonur.
If you like this, please share it. I want to get more people noticing this new Adam Tilted TV page, and if you share my videos, that will help. Because a lot of people that would normally be watching right now just don't know that I'm on because it's on a new page. So thank you for that.
Before accomplished
That's a good question.
to the International Space Station.
They're going to tell me in just a second.
Mode enabled, and then we'll arm a command up to retreat.
Thank you, Kathy, for sharing.
Copy.
I'm going to leave that up for a second.
50 meters per overlay, which matches course data. Laptop shows 69 meters, so it's about 20 meters difference. Copy.
Thank you, Franco. Okay, they're going about almost 5 miles per second. That's fast.
48 meters separating the two craft.
48 meters separating them.
At a rate of about 1.5 meters per second.
At this point, the relative speed is the Progress is moving at 1.5 meters per second towards the space station, which is moving almost 5 miles per second. That's fast. That's pretty amazing. This image is this is what I wanted to show you. You see that round solar panel coming off of the right side of the picture there? That is the Cygnus spacecraft. So just take a look as it goes by. We won't get to see it really up close, but you'll get to see it good enough. And I mentioned before, the plan for the Cygnus is to see if they can use the rocket engines on that craft to boost the orbit of the space station. They periodically have to do that because it's dragging in the atmosphere. Space station is not actually in space. They're still at kind of they're still dragging kind of a fuzzy outer atmosphere.
Burn of the Cygnus's delta velocity engine at 3:25 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday to test the reboost capability.
That happened yesterday. The reboost capability of the Cygnus that happened yesterday apparently.
To the Earth-facing port of the
I don't know. I'll have to see how that went.
International Space Station.
Close to 30 meters.
Okay, we're getting close. 30 meters. Let's speed this up a little bit.
These
We're getting to the end. Good view of the Cygnus right
View
there.
from the high-definition external viewer camera, showing the Progress closing in for its link up to the Piers docking compartment, just 24 meters separating Progress from its destination.
It's 24 meters away.
The Progress and the International Space Station now crossing the west coast of New Guinea, about to move across the northeastern coast of Australia.
Please do not disable operational mode.
This is over the
Changing AGC mode.
the northeastern coast of Australia, although you can't really see much because of the clouds. I'm so excited. I want it to go faster. I'm going to speed it up because I'm impatient.
A bit of a mismatch. Copy. 0.11 on the laptop for range. For range rate.
Ten kilometers now separating.
10 kilometers.
Docking compartment, closing at the proper rate of 1/10 of a meter per second.
Oh, good. I can go fast forward. Okay, I'm speeding it up a bit.
Closer than 3 meters.
Look at that. So that pin is going to go into the docking port, and it will clamp, the docking port will clamp around it.
Four meters.
4 meters to go.
For contact and capture.
Copy. Standing by for contact and capture.
Contact and capture.
Copy. Contact and capture.
Docking confirmed at 8:31 p.m. Central Time, 9:31 p.m. Eastern Time, as Progress in the International Space Station flew 260 miles over the northern coast of Australia.
Okay, during that time, they traveled 260 miles over the course of Australia, just to kind of give you an idea of how fast they're going. Pretty amazing that we can accomplish these feats of engineering. I mean, it's hard enough if both objects are stopped, but they're racing around the globe.
You understand that you need to be in the DC-1 for that. Absolutely.
Okay, great. All right, so what will happen next is that the it will take about 3 hours for them to check all the seals, and you saw something spinning? Let's go back and look. Of course, it's at the end again, but let's go back.
Cheers. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Oh, this thing over here, I know what you're talking about. The little round thing that looks like a tiny satellite dish over on this side, right? Is that what you're talking about, Franco?
The 2 Russian cosmonauts on board the International Space Station, congratulating them, and the 2 cosmonauts congratulating Soloviev in turn for this milestone achievement of a 2-orbit rendezvous that Soloviev said would pave the way for,
you know, I'm not exactly sure.
Expedited delivery of cargo and crew members.
I'm assuming that it's some sort of
future programs. A great view of
orientation sensor, but that's just a guess.
Australia. Again, docking occurring at 8:31 p.m. Central, 9:31 p.m. Eastern Time.
Awesome. Let's see if there's anything at the end of here we should see. Okay, so as I said, this was interesting for those 2 reasons. One, this is the demonstration of the express lane to space. Very exciting. 3.5 hours is much better than 3 days. And they were able to do it in 2 orbits. Very fast, very simple. Less time for things to go wrong. And then it's interesting to see the other spacecrafts docked at the International Space Station. Now, there's always one docked there, always, because in case the astronauts need to come home. But you know, now there are a few. There are 2 or 3, maybe 4 docked there. So it's interesting to see how, you know, the space station was built to be modular, so you can attach pieces and take them off and move them around. And I just think that is brilliant. And it's all happening 250 miles up, which is craziness. Okay, thanks for joining me on my geek out with the resupply mission. I thought docking is so cool. I will keep you informed of other space news, and let me know. I'm going to play my intro again as an outro, and I want you to let me know what you think of it because it's new. Here we go. Don't forget to look up.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Discovery, roger, go at throttle up.
Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.